Hey y'all, I'm Wilson. Welcome to my little shop. I am in the middle of doing some shop repairs. If y'all been watching the other videos I've been doing, y'all seen what I'm doing. I've got to rebuild the shop here. I got to do it from the inside out because I still got to be able to work in here. I got some big old leaks. You see that skylight right there? It is leaking like hell, pouring down in there. So what I'm trying to do right now, I'm on a budget, so right now I'm trying to get this back wall rebuilt, framed up, put back together, so I'll feel safe, at least on getting on that side of the roof. This side, I gotta come back and I got some real bad spots. I gotta get this wall rebuilt before I can even think about getting on that side of the roof. But anyway, I'm over here today. I'm jacking this thing up and I figured, hell, it ought to make a good video. Show y'all what I'm doing. I got my little post right there. I got to get that rafter jacked up. I got to get this corner jacked up. I got to get in here and replace the bottom plate. I've already kind of took a lot of it out, which taking it out's no problem. Y'all can see it just... That's why I got to work on the shop. That's the bottom plate right there. And it's like that pretty much all the way around the shop. If it wasn't for that one by, that's a treated one by at the bottom to hold that metal. And if it wasn't for that, this whole shop would probably be falling down. Y'all can see I done cleaned out over here. That bottom plate, I was able to get it out of there with a dadgum plastic dustpan. Bugs had done got in it, and it pretty much was nothing but dirt. Whole bottom plate gone. Then it starts, you can see right there, it starts again. That's as far as I've got to. I've got to clean it up. I've got to clean it up real good. What it is this is the low spot here. The water is kind of collecting along this wall. It's pouring in where my skylight's gone out. I just got some plywood up there kind of rigging it up, trying to get as much of the water out of here as I can. I had a tarp on here, but it is all dry rotted. I don't want to put another tarp. I'm at the point where I can actually work on the shop, so I want to put my money into getting the shop together instead of buying another damn tarp to go on top. But anyway, I'm fixing to start jacking that up. Like I say, I figured it'd be a good time to do a video. Hell, let y'all see what I'm doing. And hopefully the building don't fall on me, but if it does, at least I got the video going. Maybe it'll go viral. You never know. Of course, I'll be flattened, but that's the way it goes. Alright, I'm gonna stick y'all up here. I got a different camera stand for y'all today. I'm trying to get it to where y'all can see. And I'm gonna get over there in that corner, and I know you're not gonna be able to hear me too good when I get over there. But I'm gonna try to talk loud. If I ever start making money on these videos, first thing I'm gonna do, I think, is invest in a actual camera stand and a microphone. But anyway, let me get at it over here. I gotta get this up. I've already got my floor jack sitting in place. I've got this little beam here that I'm using. This is some old, got pulled out of an old building. I don't even know where it came from. But I've got a little ledge right there. So I'm gonna set this on my jack, get it to right there. I'm going to jack it up just a little bit. Wanting to get that block tight against that, because that block is what's going to lift the weight. These screws are just going to hold this thing in place. Alright, that's got that tied in place. Now I'm going to jack that thing up, and then I'm going to get me a measurement for a block to put up under it. And I'll get me another board to jack this up, because I want this whole corner to come up in the air. I don't know if y'all can hear me or not. Like I say, I'm trying to talk loud so y'all can hear. Alright. That's got me jacked up, but my top plate is still attached to that rafter. It's still nailed in, the very top. I don't know if you can see it from there. I don't know if y'all can see, but I got it jacked up. That's my little jack. You can see I've got it setting off the jack just enough that I can get a block under it like I've got right there. Alright, and you can see it has jacked up, but I've got my top plate cut so short there that it's not breaking it loose. So I'm going to have to get my pry bar and pop that top plate loose. So let me set y'all back. Let me set y'all back up here. I'm going to try to stick to doing nothing but cabinet videos. But if I want to get the videos out there, I got to keep doing as many as I can. So I figured, hell, I might as well show y'all what I'm doing in the shop as far as working on it. Like I say, worst come to worst, if the shop falls down, I got it on video, so there is that. I don't know why I grabbed that. That's what I want. First off, we're going to get rid of that. Alright. Alright, that's got us jacked up on that. I got that. Had to break that top plate loose. You can see right there. I'll get the ladder over here in a minute and show y'all what it looks like when it's all jacked up. I got to get into that corner though. Let's set y'all back down here for a minute. Alright, now I got to get a block under this. I'm just measuring to the bottom. And I've already got one made up from where I was jacking that stuff over there up. I just got to jack it up a little bit more. And then I'm going to screw that to it so it doesn't pop out of there. There we go. Like I say, all the weight's going to be sitting on that block. The screws are just to keep it there so it don't get kicked out of there, but all the weight's going to actually be sitting on that block. Alright, now I got to find something to jack that corner up. I'm not sure if I'll have to cut this or not. These are just 2x6s that have been nailed together. Like I say, they came. Somebody tore some framing out of a building. My brother-in-law ended up with this stuff in his shop and he gave it to me, and it's actually coming really in handy. I've used it jacking that whole wall up. I've used all of them jacking that whole wall up, so they really come in handy. Now I'm gonna come out this far because I want to be able to take my bottom plate and turn, and I'm afraid my jack's going to be in the way to run the bottom plate all the way. So I'm going to stop my bottom plate right before I get to the jack. So I want to give myself some distance out of that corner. It's a little bit shorter than I wanted it to be, but I think it'll be all right. My jack should be tall enough to compensate. And I'm probably just going to leave my jack under this one until I get everything ran, and then I'm going to set all this down, because this will be done. I won't have to worry about having it jacked up no more. Now I'm under the top plate here because my top plate on this side wall is still good. It's still good and solid. Over here, that skylights were leaking down on the top plate, so there was two sections where it was really rotted out. It was just better to replace that whole top plate. It's going to be better to do it the same way on the front side. But on this side wall, I'm going to keep the top plate. I'm trying to save as much money as I can. I've got everything to come up a pretty good bit right there. Hopefully that's going to be enough. I know it has sank down, but I don't think it sank down that much. I think it only sank down about 1 inch. Something like that. I'm not positive, but I think I'm up high enough in the air right now. So now what I got to do is get in here and tear all those studs and those 2 pieces of top plate out there. Put my new bottom plate in and start just studding it out. I want to get it studded out and come around the corner. That way I can set that down and be done with that back wall. But right now, I'm going to get off this. I'm going to get off this video and get some more work done. I don't know if y'all could see everything over here. There's my jack, and you really can't tell just from looking at it, but it's jacked up at least I got it up at least 1.5 inches from what it was. Let me snatch this ladder over here. See if y'all can, see if I can get y'all up here to where y'all can see. That's where I got the rafter jacked up off of it. Those top plates are going to come out all the way into that corner. Replace all the studs. I'm going to replace all the studs on this wall. Like I say, the top plate's still good. The studs are halfway decent till you get down to the bottom. But instead of scabbing on, I'm just going to go ahead and replace them. I feel better. Plus, they got theirs on 2-foot centers, and I want to go to 16-inch centers on mine. Oh, I got to get up here and clean these spider webs out. That's one thing you got to watch out for doing all this stuff right here. I got some big old black spiders around here. I know in this area we've got black widows, which I haven't seen any of those in here. I know we got the brown recluse, and I haven't seen any of those. But I've got some big black little house spiders, and I don't want to get bit by them. I don't want to get bit by any of them, really. So it is what it is. You just got to be careful. Watch what you're doing. I'll take my blower and blow out all the spider webs, trying to get all the bugs and critters out of there before I start tearing into it. Alright y'all, I'm going to get off this thing. I appreciate y'all watching. Like I say, most of my videos are going to be cabinet videos. But I'm trying to put out more videos, so this is what I'm doing today, so this is what you get. But I sure do appreciate it. Y'all keep an eye out for the next one. Like I said, I got a few things to do today. So if y'all like this video, go ahead and subscribe and watch out for the next ones. I appreciate it, y'all. You have a good one, and I will see you on the next one.